Hey guys, it's Angela here. We're here for the 17th annual Palm Beach International Film Festival in beautiful downtown West Palm Beach. We have films from all over the world, feature lengths, documentaries, and short films, all debuting here for you to see. Right now I'm here with Randy Emmerman, and she is the creator of the Palm Beach Film Festival. Randy, I think most of us probably want to know what inspired you to create this film festival for everyone?
Well, originally it was actually started by a county commissioner and a philanthropist in town, and how I got involved with it, because I was involved with some other Miami and Broward County film festivals, is the mission, and we were raising money for children and kids who wanted to be in the arts, because you know there's very little funding for the arts, and we give scholarships to high school kids in the local market. So I came on to help however I could. And you know, film is such an important message. We meet people from around the world, we learn about their cultures, and whether it's a documentary or a feature film or a short, everything has been inspired by something that someone has experienced in their life. And you know, people might read the newspaper and listen to the news, and you know, they might get it, but they will watch a movie.
Yeah,
they
exactly.
will watch a movie.
Movies are so inspirational, and especially today's generation. We go to films and we connect with them. Right. Is that really, I think that's what the Palm Beach Film Festival is all about. Is that what your intention was?
Absolutely, and that's why my passion for it continues, and why everybody has to understand that this is what's so important about it. You know, it's an engaging, educational means of having fun in an entertainment venue.
Exactly. Now, this has been around for 17 years now, holding strong, and I think it's growing more and more support. So how can more people out that are watching this show become part of the film festival and really take in the experience?
By attending the films. Yeah. That is the most important thing. Go to the movies, meet the filmmakers, be there to support the film world.
Good. Now, where can people find out more about the Palm Beach Film Festival for the 18th annual?
The best place is to always go to our website, which is PBIFilmfest.org. It's always updated. It has the latest information and news.
Good. Well, thank you for taking your time, and I may hope that everybody is logging on right now, after you watch the show, of course, to the website to learn about more films in our area. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's Angela here, and we're at the premiere of Tiger Eyes. Now, this is a really cool film because it is a novel written by Judy Blume. Now, some of you may not know who she is, but she's an iconic author that most of us grew up reading her books. And the really interesting thing is her son wrote and directed the film. Now, we're going to go get an exclusive interview with both, so come with me. Hey guys, I am here with the director of Tiger Eyes, and this is a really cool film because it is a novel from Judy Blume, and some of you may not know, but that is your mother. Now, what was it like to create a film based off of your mother's novel?
It's a book I had read when I was a kid, so I knew it, and it was very moving to me. So I always thought of it in terms of my own life. Yeah. It has certain resonances for me personally, and so when the opportunity came along to do it, it was great, and it was great to do it with her.
Was she on set with you critiquing your every move?
No, not critiquing, but we had our two little chairs right next to each other in front of the monitor, and I'd set up a shot and we'd watch a take together. I'd turn to her and say, was that what you meant in the book? Yeah. Or are we getting it? So it was actually incredible to have a very tight, close collaborator right next to me. It was a gift.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, I know that some of the other films that you have done are comedy-driven, and this is a drama here. Do you have a preference for what film style you like to direct?
I just like a good story.
Yeah.
So any good story, I'd love to tell it. And as long as I relate to it, I understand, and I know how to do it, then it doesn't matter.
I don't want to give away any information about the film because I want everyone to watch it, but the main story I think can really capture a teenager and an adult. We just saw the premiere and we had a 74-year-old man say, "I love the film and I cried," and then 2 minutes later a 21-year-old guy said, "I love the film and I cried." Did you think that was going to be a reaction from the audience?
Well, I never, I don't know what the audience reaction is going to be because we make it in a sort of a vacuum. So I'm in the editing room and I'm working and I'm trying to put the pieces together to tell the story. But to see people react this way makes me think we did something right, because they're reacting in the places that we intended. Although some people say, "Oh, I cried when this happened or that happened," I thought, it's weird, I never really thought that would be that. But people project their own lives and emotions onto it, and no, I'm thrilled that it has any kind of resonance with anyone, honestly.
I agree, and I think we really...
You never know when you make it.
Yeah.
Like, it could really stink. And I turn to my editor every day, be like, "Does this stink?" And so...
Because you get the tunnel vision, you're like, so in the movie. I think we really want to draw a big support for this film. How can people connect and demand this movie as a theatrical release?
People should come to our Facebook page, probably the best way. Just go to Tiger Eyes Movie official movie page on Facebook. If you search for Tiger Eyes official movie page and like it, and then we'll keep people up on where it's playing and what's going on, distribution, and people should write notes and say, "Oh my God, why is this movie not in theaters yet?" And maybe that will help.
I think after tonight's premiere, there's going to be tons of people doing that, definitely. So thank you for taking your time to talk with us, and make sure you go on to Facebook to find out more about Tiger Eyes. I'm here with the director, James, of a film called Lunch Hour, and this is a really cool film, and I stopped him, I said, "We need to turn the camera on because this is a really cool topic." Can you explain to us what your film's about?
The film's about the National School Lunch Program, childhood obesity, and our addiction to unhealthy foods.
Now, I know this is something that people do struggle with, and it's a national epidemic. What made you want to do a film about this?
Well, I'm the chairman of the board for the Hunts Point Alliance for Children in the Bronx, and I was visiting a school one day and saw what the kids were getting in the cafeteria, and I said this in another interview. It was like, I went and I said, "You've got to be kidding me with this," and they're like, "No, this is actually a good day," and I was just like, okay, I have.
What was it that they were eating?
It was a hamburger that was like, well, I think it was a hamburger. You couldn't really tell what it was. Glued to the bun. Literally, you couldn't separate the hamburger from the bun. And I was like, it was like soggy. And then there was these apples that looked like you wouldn't give them to an animal. I mean, they were an orange is an apple, and that was what their lunch was that day. And it was shocking. It was absolutely shocking, because I just met all the kids and they were great, and I'm like, why would you give these good kids this bad food? Like, what is going on in this country that we think this is acceptable? It's shocking.
What was your plan of action when you did see this to get this film in motion?
I just said, okay, I have a film company, I need to do something. So I contacted all of my friends and said, okay, listen, I want to do this film. Let's get all the people we know together who care about this issue, and let me make a movie and see if I can get a story that's something that can reach Americans and really get them to understand it. And with Lunch Hour, it's not a film where we're pointing fingers at people so people can leave the theater saying, "Oh, it's that guy's fault or it's this one's fault. I don't have to do anything." No, in order to fix this issue, everybody has to get involved. The teachers, the parents, the principal, companies have to say, okay, we can't do this to kids anymore. We can do it to adults, because we're 18 years old, whatever, you can do what you want to do. But to give this food to a 4, 5, 6, 7-year-old is criminal, in my opinion. It's criminal.
I agree with you to step in action, but what do? We say we want to take action, this is it. How does somebody actually start and make a difference?
You go to you have a child, you go to the school, you say, what are you feeding my kids? And then you ask for a tour of the cafeteria. If you don't like what they're getting, you say, why are you giving my kid this food? You know, they're supposed to protect, schools are supposed to protect children. Okay, we don't let, you know, people run into the school and kidnap them and do anything. So everything should be to protect the children. We educate them, we should educate them on what they eat. Because what's happening is the kids are going into school, they're getting food that's not proper, it doesn't give them proper nutrition. They sort of get it in class, they're not paying attention, they get into trouble, they go to detention, and then worse things happen to them. They, you know, if that's a continuation of a pattern, then they end up in jail. And then we have to support them that way, and then if that's not the situation, they become obese, and then healthcare costs, and kids as young as 9 and 10 years old taking cholesterol medicine. Like, is that what our country stands for now? I think we really have to just not, everyone count to 3. We're all responsible for this. Now we have to fix it.
Now I heard something really cool. Rachel Ray does a little highlight in your, how does she contribute to the film?
Rachel Ray is involved in this in New York City. She has Yummo Foods, which she gets recipes in the New York school system, which to me is great because what it does, it makes school food something that has a name to it, a brand to it. So when we go to a nice restaurant, it's like, who's the chef? Well, now we can say at the school that it has her brand on it, which shows that you know it's going to be a certain caliber. So it increases the caliber of school food. So to me, it's a really important step. And there's tons of chefs that wants to get involved. I mean, you can ask anybody out there and says, who was at a school lunch meal, like, did you like it? Everyone says, ugh, it's disgusting, it was gross. Nobody says, it was amazing, I want to get the recipe for that. So we just need to get involved and we can fix this. It definitely can be fixed. It's not an issue that's like trying to get world peace. This is something we can do.
Absolutely. Now, where can our viewers go to see your film?
We're going to be here on Wednesday, 12 noon, lunch hour, at the Movie Co. Theater. And would love everyone to attend and then come give your opinion on the film and just see what you can do to change it. If you care about kids and you care about our country, you need to see my movie.
You heard it from the director's mouth. If you care about your country and you care about your kids, you need to come here and support the Lunch Hour film. Thank you so much for